What's going on, Nakamas? It's your boy Mozy here, back with another episode of Mozy Reacts. On this episode of Mozy Reacts, I have episode 647 of One Piece. But before I get into today's episode, it's time for another question of the day. And the question comes from the Nakama King Bear, who asks, Mozy, who do you think will end up being the MVP on this arc? Once we finish this arc, answer this question again and see if you got it right. And I'm leaning more towards like a third-party character to be the MVP, because I feel like that's normally how they play it, like a Jinbei, Crybaby Shirihoshi. I can't remember how to say it now. Mocha. It's not necessarily a Straw Hat. It's normally someone that's introduced in the arc, and then they kind of have like their own little story in the arc, and they normally are the ones that are like kind of like the MVP. So applying that logic, I'm thinking it's going to be either Rebecca or one of like the Tom peoples, like a Wicca maybe. I'm not really sure who it's going to be. Maybe the Toy Soldier. One of those three people is going to be like the MVP. We'll see. With that being asked, though, let's go ahead and roll right into today's episode. But before we do, this is a reminder that this is not a market subject to. You should always support the official release. New day, new banger wallpaper. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which, honestly, at first, I was like, dang it, they don't have, like, Zoro or Luffy in there. But then, like, the more I looked at the characters, the more I was like, actually, I think they all fit perfectly. Like, I think they just work perfectly. Feeling Usopp, right? Love the shirt, Captain. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're here, too, Zordith. Hopefully... Well, I don't know what's about to happen, to be honest, because last episode we had the Clash of the Kings, so naturally you would think that we're going to get the conclusion of that, but what is CP0 doing still? And the Navy, like, is CP0 going to let the Navy still go ahead and arrest the people that they wanted to, or what's that whole angle? So if we actually get a conclusion to these battles, I don't know. I said it the other day. I don't know which way they're leaning. If they're going to interrupt it like in Naruto during the Chunin's games, or if they're going to be like a classic anime and give us the rest of the tournament like Dragon Ball Z or My Hero. And now I'm just thinking about it. I really need to watch Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho for their tournaments. Because I literally stopped right where they entered tournaments. I did leave off on Yu Yu Hakusho at a good spot. However, I left off to start One Piece, so between finishing Hunter x Hunter and the Dark Arc tournament and starting One Piece, I made the right choice, Zordith would say. I think so. I can't imagine where I'd be right now, like, just not having started One Piece, and was just like, no, I'm not gonna listen to Caesar. I'm gonna go ahead and finish Yu Yu Hakusho. I'll finish Hunter x Hunter, and then maybe I might start One Piece. I don't know, it's also weird that it only knocked out the people in the fighting arena, not the audience.
海賊王だ。
ほざけ！王の資質を持つ者などこの先の海にはザラにいると思え。その中で決するのだ。海賊王だ。誰に習ったその覇気。
ヘイ。
まだ一度イケスタン。昔のことなど思い出したくもない。
すでに隠居の身とはいえ、さすが元八方水軍12大統領。
So is that Navy different from our Navy?
忘れたくとも目の前にあり、だが手は届かない私の財宝。こんな地獄が他にあるか。何事だ。
Are you related to the little people, because your demeanor just switched like that, like they did?
俺もまだ未熟やい。ああなったら誰にもじいちゃんを止められねえ。 チリのチンジャオ。昔はそう呼ばれ、今はそう呼ばれぬ。答えろ。
Bro, you have a case of bipolarness.
何をしたか。
んなことは知らねえっつってんだろうが。
30年間恨み続けてきたんだぞ。
Damn, boy. Maybe get over it?
再び投資に火がついたか。ドンチンジャオ。
答えろ麦わら。カープが私に何をしたか。奪ったか。
また泣いた。
めんどくせえおっさんだな。泣くか怒るかどっちかにしろよ。
Where'd you get your hat?
ここがまず緊急事態だ。見ろよ、コロシアムを囲む海兵の数。
なんでござるかこの大人数。
どうやらこの大会、海賊や犯罪者たちが平然と出場している。そいつらを出てきた端から捕らえようってんだろ。
そりゃ
Oh,
犯罪者は捕まって当
I thought they were gonna
然で
enter.
ござる。
お前も海賊の船に乗ってることを忘れんな。
一体どうなってんだら。まだコロシアムの中から誰も出てきてないだらか。
ええ、まだ誰も。
A ブロック B ブロックの敗者たちが何百人もいるはずだらが、なぜ一人も出てこんだら。
妙ですね。
Are you really into the guy
コ
on
ロシアム
kids
の
team?
中で何か起きてんじゃねえだらか。
このドレスローザには10年前、ドフラミンゴが王座についてから国の消灯は午前0時。それ以降外を出歩かない。
大人もか。
人間は自分の家に、おもちゃはおもちゃの家に帰る。深夜は誰一人外に出てはならない。2つ目、おもちゃは人間の家に、人間はおもちゃの家に決して入ってはならない。
なに？仲良くやれてるように見えるが、そんなことも禁じられてんのか。はあ、まあ作られた人工物と生物との悲しき境界線というなら仕方ねえか。そもそもおめえらおもちゃは何なんだ。意志もある。
That's a good question too. Like, how do they come to
おめえ
life?
らを作り出したベガパンク級の技術者は誰なんだ。
Geppetto?
なんだ。
聞いてくれ、違うんだ。思い出してくれエスター、俺だよ。
離れて、君が悪い。
どうしたの急に。今まで仲良くしてたのに。頼むから思い出す。彼女から離れろ。
The smoothness is kicking in.
エスター、俺がお前の恋人だよ。話せ。
おとなしくしろ。
やめろ。ああ、やめろ。やめろ。
Okay, so that interaction seemed like kind of straightforward, but then like you would think, okay, so all the other toys in were originally humans, but then how come they don't all the other toys that we see don't remember their past lives?
怖かった。
まったく、おもちゃが人間のふりなんてどういうつもりなんだか。
本当。
Like this toy, that toy right there, they have no memory of being human, so
乗せてよ。
what makes them different than the one we just saw?
ちょっと呼んでくる。
Are you one? Like, you and Rebecca seem to have a connection. I want that dog. You guys remember that dog back in the day that could do
安
flips?
心してくれ。彼もおもちゃだ。君は誰だ。
Ah, so you guys are playing stupid.
俺
Smart.
はあの子の父親で、あの女の夫だ。
父さんはいるか。
いないよ、そんなの。
あんた、夫は。
いないわ。結婚もしてないし。よくあることでしょ。
What in the Men in Black Flash is going on?
おい兵隊、おめえは一体俺に何を見せてんだ？何がどうなってる？
忘れられた者たちと忘れた者たちがいる。我々おもちゃはもともと皆人間だったのだ。10年前にドフラミンゴが連れてきた一人の能力者によって我々はおもちゃの姿に変えられてしまった。花畑が見えた。そこで全てを話そう。
Same candid shot. He's obviously connected to Rebecca. I just want to know. So is it Ricky? So who's the dad and who's the boyfriend? Alright, Ricky's the dad.
頭の恨みは頭で話す。その身に受けて罪を償え。ドイサブトワ。何
Kinda did that to save Bull, but it's cool.
しかし聞いてない。チリの陳情と呼ばれていた頃なら間違いなく今の一撃で仕留めていたもの。我が財宝巨万の富ばかりか我が力まで奪い去ったガープ。
I feel like whatever he took he was gonna be something very stupid and not serious. I can't think of what. You should wrestle, Luffy. Nice sprawl. I think you're gonna need to use gear through the briefest here. I wish they would explain their power. I get his power is he manipulates gravity, but I want them to just explain it a little bit more in detail. How they do with all the other powers, I guess. I don't know. I have to look at this again. Okay. I was like, normally when you call it transponders, I thought it was whoever's receiving the calls what the transponder is supposed to look like, not who's calling.
Leo, 準備はできたのか？弁当は？
ばあちゃん、食べ物は決起本部にあるですよ。
そうかい。
Oh, so you really have the Stitch Stitch power? I thought you were just being...
よし、これでいいです。
それにしてもすごいね、ヒーローってのは。覇気ってので王国を揺らしちまうんだからね。
そう、伝説のヒーローですから、ウソランドは。
His voice sounds really familiar, like someone from Conan.
倒れそうで倒れないよ。
Oh.
でもこいつらと七部会のドフラミンゴと何の関係があるんだ？
とにかく
Not a good one.
戦う覚悟は本気みたいね。
あ、ウソランドとロビランド、食事はもういいですか？
ああ、もう喉通らな。いや、ほら見ろ。さっきから俺の武者震いで揺れまくってんだよ。
Usopp would be a great babysitter for like little kids.
ところでレオ、お前らさっきから決戦と言ってるが、何のためにドフラミンゴなんかと？
ドレスローザの闇の工場で働かされてる500人の仲間たちを助けるために決まってるじゃないですか。
工場って？
何を作らされてるかは知らないですけど、その中には我がトンタッタ族の憎らしくてわがままで意地悪で気まぐれで怒りん坊のマンシェリー姫もいますから、急がなくっちゃ。
なんだそのいいとこなしの姫は。
But she's a princess, though.
仲間ですから。ノーランドなら困ってるものみんな助けるですよね。
Gotcha, bitch!
レオー！フラッパー！
I love that
どうか
name.
したですか？レオ、宮殿のドン・キホーテファミリーが動き出したって。おそらくコロシアムの地下へ。カボさんのイエローカブとビアンのピンクビー、いつでも飛べる。わかった。みんな。
I love that he carries his little needle like a sword.
伝説のヒーロー。
Subtle
ソランドも
things.
僕たちの元へと現れてくれた。僕らにとってこんなに心強い味方はいない。これは奇跡じゃない、運命です。今日のこの戦いに勝って仲間たちを取り戻すのです。
Honestly, that would sound like a destiny. The day you guys are gonna go attack him, a hero shows up.
コロシアム地下、闇の工場。みんな、行くぞー！
So in reference to the devil fruit, it's when the cause connected that they change form. Okay, I was wondering that, for one. And two, did they just confirm that the factory was underneath, like, Franky and Sanji are looking for the factory, right? And they're headed to the flower fields, but then Leo just said that the factory was underneath the Colosseum. Yeah, factory's underneath the Colosseum, but they're headed to the flower fields, and those are two different areas, right? Well, I guess the flower fields is where the commander's at. That's probably prepping to attack the Colosseum, right? Yeah. Question is now, who's the commander? I don't know. Like, the commander is gonna be awesome. Like, if Leo's awesome, Flapper's awesome, and then I want to see the princess. I can only imagine the commander who's in charge of the army is gonna be hella fucking dope. So it makes sense for the Navy to wait for injured criminals to exit the area when they are unable to fight back to catch them. That is honestly 100% true. That's smarter than what I would have done, because I would have sent the soldiers in there to just disrupt everything, but then at that same time you would have had criminals fleeing. To this one, it's like to catch a predator. You know, they come out and there's, oh shit, and there's cops there and there's nothing they can do. So it's actually a really smart idea, but as I said, no one's coming out, which is strange. So alright, well, that was it for my reaction to episode 647 of One Piece. I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching that reaction. It was real, it was intriguing, it was real intriguing. Later on.